Mini no-bake pumpkin cheesecakes are the perfect fall-time dessert. They're so easy to make that you can even make them with kids. They're creamy and dreamy and full of pumpkin spice flavor. And the best part is that you don't even have to turn on your oven. So if you want to know how to make these mini no-bake pumpkin cheesecakes,
just keep on watching.
What's up, universe? It's Julie, your kitchen coach, and welcome back to our channel. And today I have a little sous chef with me, Lincoln. And in case you're new, I'm a trained chef who's passionate about helping home cooks gain confidence in the kitchen. That's why I have my little home cook today who will be helping me make mini no-bake pumpkin
cheesecakes.
That's right. Okay, so what we're gonna start out with is some room temperature cream cheese. Do you know what room temperature is? It just means that it's softened or it's not straight from the fridge, so it's not gonna be so hard. So that when you whip it up, it'll be nice and soft. And we're gonna start off with whipping it up first.
Soft as a pillow.
That's right. So we're gonna start off by whipping up our room temperature cream cheese. Make sure that you don't keep your hands anywhere close to these, okay? You wanna give it a try? Put your hands on here.
Whoa.
I know, like a tornado, right?
Like two tornadoes.
I just like to do this to get it started because I don't want it to be a big old chunk, right?
It looks like little snow things.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna do something crazy. Watch this. See that?
Fly everywhere.
Yeah, so that's how you get the cream cheese off the blades. Now, before we continue on, I'm gonna do one more thing, okay? So this here is called gelatin.
Gelatin.
Yeah, you wanna hold it? So gelatin is what you put inside of Jell-O to make it wiggly and firm. So that's what we're gonna use to make this kind of more wiggly and firm.
Here's the bowl.
Yeah, here's the pack. You can pull one out. This is unflavored gelatin, and this is a 1/4 ounce, which is, usually it comes in something like this, like a box.
There's a cake hiding right here.
Yeah, that's like a cheesecake right there. So usually it comes in a box of like 4 envelopes. So we're gonna take one of the envelopes, which will be a 1/4 ounce. In here, I have 2 tablespoons of warm water. Oh, actually now it's kind of cold. Let me remake this warm. See, now it's cold, right?
Where?
Okay, let me see. So you wanna touch the water? I just put some warm water in. Is it warm?
Yes.
Okay, so it's warm, not hot or boiling. And we're gonna take this.
I wanna pour it in.
Okay, careful, make sure all of it gets in there. All of it's empty. It doesn't have any flavor in it. It just makes a kind of a goo. Okay, you're gonna quickly dissolve it.
Can I do it?
Yeah. So you're gonna stir it around so it's kind of dissolved. This part might be a little bit tricky. Actually, the first time I made this, I kind of messed up too because I didn't let it dissolve fully and it kind of clumped up. So you're gonna stir it until there's no more, see those, there's kind of like clumps inside there, like that. So we're gonna make sure that it's a little less clumped up.
I look like yolk.
Like a yolk or like an egg white? Yeah, you're right. So we're gonna let this stand for 5 minutes, meaning that we're just gonna put it aside for 5 minutes, okay? Then we're gonna pop it in the microwave for 10-second intervals. So just like a little bit of time to make sure that's all fully melted. So meanwhile, while we're waiting for this to stand, we're gonna put the rest of our stuff in here. We're gonna put in some sugar.
Sugar.
This is called confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. Okay, throw the whole thing in. This is 1 cup. Good job.
Now it looks like snow.
And then we're gonna put in pumpkin. This is canned pumpkin, right?
And we're gonna scoop it in.
Yeah, it comes from a can, like this,
Boom.
see? This is what you use to make pumpkin pie. Pure pumpkin, make sure it's 100% pure pumpkin. So we're gonna put in about 2/3 of a cup.
Put it in?
Yeah, put everything in here.
It's stuck.
Lincoln, have you had pumpkin pie before?
No.
No, I don't know if you did. Maybe when you were little. To this, we're gonna add pumpkin pie spice. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. So it looks like this.
You have to pour the whole thing?
Yep. Okay, good job, whole thing. All right. And then we also have a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. You wanna smell it?
I smell it.
Kind of smells like vanilla ice cream, right?
The whole thing?
Yep, that's a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, that's pure vanilla extract. And then while we're waiting for the gelatin, because it's starting to get a little wobbly, right?
And jelly.
Yeah, so you don't want to put this right in here. You know why? It's just going to make a jelly blob. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up a little bit first to get it started.
By this?
Yes, and then we're going to microwave this so it's nice and liquidy. And then once it's liquidy, we'll pour it in. The powdered sugar can fly everywhere if you're not careful. So make sure you start off slow because powdered sugar is very fluffy and light. It can fly out of the bowl.
Like a rocket.
Yeah. Okay, you want to try? Okay, hold on to this.
Okay.
And go around the bowl like mommy did. Good job, sweetie. All right. So if you're cooking with your kids, parents at home, kids can totally do this, but you want to make sure that you're nearby and helping them. It's looking good. Here, mommy's going to help you out to get the sides. Get this rubber spatula and see how everything's stuck on the sides like that?
On the door.
You want to scrape it down? Okay. It's kind of stuck. It's kind of hard, right?
And it's sitting on.
Grab it like this. So you might need a little muscle. Go around the bowl. See? And underneath too, because sometimes the cream cheese is heavy and thick. It gets stuck on the sides and on the bottom. Yeah, keep going. Use two hands. It helps to hold it like this. There you go. You're doing a great job. My little pumpkin. I always call you pumpkin too, right? That looks nice and smooth. It's doing really well. That's why I like to do this first before I put in the gelatin, just to make sure that the gelatin doesn't turn into a big blobby chunk in here. The first time I made this, I actually did that by mistake. I didn't whip up the other stuff, threw in the gelatin. It wasn't really well incorporated, and I was left with these little gelatin chunks. Okay, we're gonna go for about 10 seconds.
It got stuck. That was fast.
That was 10 seconds. Look how liquid it is.
Look.
It's all dissolved. Make sure that there's no chunks.
Not like jelly.
Yeah, make sure that there's no chunks in here. See, all smooth.
Okay.
Okay, and then right away, we're gonna turn on the mixer before it cools down. See, now it's just disappearing, right? Turn it up a little bit.
I feel the air from here.
You feel the air from there? Make sure your hair doesn't get caught in there, guys. So we're gonna keep whipping now until it's fluffy. You know why it's gonna get fluffy? Because oh, we forgot something, oops. I was just gonna say it's gonna get fluffy because there's cream in there, but guess what we forgot to add? So now we have 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream. So this is heavy whipping cream. Pour that all in.
It looks like milk.
But you know what? I kind of like doing it this way because that way the coldness doesn't affect the gelatin, the hotness of the gelatin. Sometimes when you add something cold to something hot, you know what happens to it? It seizes it, meaning that the cold temperature and the hot item kind of fight against each other, and then the gelatin could get rock hard again. We're gonna keep going until it gets nice and fluffy. Is this hard or is it fun?
Fun.
Yeah? What's the funnest part about this?
I think it's mixing.
Yeah?
Actually, it's everything.
Yeah? You know what's the best part about this recipe?
What?
After you mix it, you don't have to bake it. So you're pretty much done. Isn't that cool? So it's gonna get a little bit light and fluffy because of the cream in there. So what we're doing essentially is making whipped cream inside of here. Okay, what do you think? Does that look nice? Do you wanna taste it? Do you like it? Is it sweet? We have a muffin tin. This is why they're called mini no-bake cheesecakes.
Shall we switch these?
Sure, why not? If that's important to you. We have a 12-cup muffin tin. Okay,
These two.
standard muffin tin, not mini muffin. And then for the crust, instead of like putting in crushed graham crackers and butter like a traditional cheesecake, we're just gonna add a ginger snap cookie. So ginger snap cookies are kind of like gingery and molasses, right? So they have a spice to them, but when you add them to the cheesecake, it just complements really well.
Yummy.
It does? It just complements the flavors of the cheesecake really well with the pumpkin spice. I want you to put 12 cookies in here, so a cookie on the bottom, each one, okay? So when it sits in the refrigerator, if the crust will still be kind of firm. If you make these overnight, the crust will soften.
9, 12.
You want to taste the bite of the cookie? See if you like it. Take a bite. Yeah? I actually learned this from my cupcake making days. I used to work at a bakery before you were born. Whenever you put batter into a muffin tin, it's much easier to use an ice cream scoop.
And then you were my mom.
Aw, yeah, it's true. You want to release this? Push it. Woo! Okay. Is that fun? It's like a snowball.
Yeah.
So I always start off with 1 scoop, and then I'll kind of distribute the rest because I don't know how much goes in. This is much easier, like using a spring scoop.
Can I hold it?
Yes, but you got to make sure it doesn't fall out of the muffin tin. Awesome job. That was the first time Lincoln has ever done that. Okay, so it's fun to trust your kids, right? Sometimes it'll make a mess, but if you expect it, then you can still all have fun. Good job.
I got it on my hand.
Yeah, lick it. Is this part fun?
Yeah.
Is this part more fun or is the mixing part fun?
I think both.
So I asked Lincoln, today is Saturday and we're doing this as a family. I asked him if he enjoyed making cooking videos with us. What do you think, Lincoln?
Yeah.
You do? Why do you like making cooking videos with us?
Because it's really fun.
That's good. Yeah.
Like a snowman.
Like a snowman. Okay, so I'm going to scrape up the rest here. I also learned this in the bakery that if you don't scrape your bowl, that's like a waste. That could be like a whole other cupcake in there. Good job. Excellent. You can either smooth it out yourself with a spoon or an offset spatula. The best way for me is to do this. Watch this. You know what? I also learned this in my bakery days.
Kind of getting smooth out right here.
Yeah, see, a lot of it sunk down, right?
But not like this one and this one and this one.
Yeah, so you can help it along.
Knife.
It's a butter knife, yeah.
Knife to smooth it out.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do next.
So we're done. All we have to do is put this in the refrigerator and it's got to firm up for about 2 or more hours. So at least 2 hours. After that, we're gonna peel off the wrappers. They'll be a little bit stuck, but they will come off. And we're gonna top it with a little bit of whipped cream and crumbled ginger snap cookie. We're gonna go on a lunch break, put this in the refrigerator, and we'll meet you back in probably about 2 hours. Good job, high five. So for us, it's been about 3 hours, right?
It's so gooey.
It's still gooey, it's not gonna be hard, right? It's a cheesecake. Do you know what a cheesecake is? It's kind of like pudding, a little bit, okay? I'm gonna take them out of their wrappers. They're still a little mushy.
Mush, mush, mush.
Yeah, see? It's kind of messy, but here we go. And that's a cute little cheesecake.
I love the cheesecake.
And then here's some crumbled up ginger snaps. Okay, yeah, why don't you put it on top? Here, you can put a little more, like that. Yeah, and there we go.
Why did you not get a cookie?
I don't know, I didn't get any cookie.
That
You got some cookie.
Why?
Cheers. Boop. What do you think? That's good? It is good. Tastes like a hint of pumpkin, but not too much. Kind of like a cross between pumpkin pie, cheesecake, and pudding. I think it's really good. It was so easy to make. All we did was whip it up and throw it in the fridge. The crust will get softer as it sits, especially if you make it in advance, overnight. And I would not top it with the whipped cream and the crumbles until you're right about to serve. You can always make your own whipped cream with like leftover heavy cream and confectioner sugar and vanilla extract, which is super easy. Or you could leave it without. I think it's really good without it too. But I think it's so cute. It's like miniature pumpkin pies, right? Did you have fun making them? Mm-hmm. For the recipe with all the ingredients amounts, check down in our description box at chefjulian.com. We'll leave a direct link. so that you could print it out for free. If you want to see more of Lincoln in our next videos, then leave a comment and push like. Give Lincoln a thumbs up. Can you do thumbs up? Remember to subscribe to our channel and put your notifications to all so that you know when a new video comes out like this one. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We want to be careful and don't put your hands anywhere near the, whoa, my goodness. And if you want to see more of Lincoln.
I love cheese.
No. Gosh. Good. That was it. High five.